has just got the ghost signal, and we're just waiting for the stream to catch up. No, that is an accurate sound effect. So I know you're a fan of the double fighter, and I'm a fan of the fighter thief, red mage, white mage. So I guess we've decided where our biases lie.
I've had much more. I have actually run the fighter thief, red white, and I put my fastest time in the tournament with that party and still lost. But that's a story for another day.
That just seems to be the story of a lot of runners in this tournament. But speaking of this tournament, looks like we're getting Temper and not much else in level 1 black magic.
Nope.
Whereas white magic is life 2, X for an invis.
That's nice. $2 rapiers, $1 small daggers.
And stupidly cheap silver swords. If there's any money in the Temple of Fiends, I expect they're going to load up on those silver swords by the time we leave the starting area.
Definitely, silver sword's a great weapon to pick up, especially this early, and it's at almost a 70% discount.
Yeah, we also have 20 grand pro rings, but at least we know where they are now.
Get the imps. No area of effect magic for level 1, though, is gonna potentially...
Is this even a cyclone seed?
Oh my god, $10,000 bottles.
So, everything you could want is in Corneria. But yeah, I did cut you off there, but the lack of AoE is going to make imps a little annoying to deal with early on.
We got those silver swords, so if this is a cyclone seed, there will be no money. There will be no money in this Temple of Fiends. Let us hope.
Yes, we let Cyclone roll this seed. By which I mean, neither of us got into the chat room in time and he just did it.
Oh, we got an early TNT. That's kind of scary to find.
It's not really scary until you find the ship. And then you realize what the seed may be doing to you.
What the heck just happened to T? Oh, some more weapons, because we didn't have enough before.
Well, the rune sword may be enough to get a silver sword out of the deal, if you're willing to sacrifice the rune sword. But regardless...
Oh, putting the sacrificial lambs out front.
I mean, without the AoE and even without really any kind of a kill spell, this is the right move.
Oh, Garland said, nope, can't hit me yet, baby. I'm the best swordsman in the king's army. Oh.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch how much damage that was, but it did not look like a lot considering he's got a rune sword in hand.
That was 83. That was 112. That was GG.
Yeah. Now that rune sword is going to be nice for DD because that's one of the best weapons the thief can get before class change.
And Creme Garland. We had the floater and the bridge.
Oh, I need to be tracking! I completely forgot that I'm the tracker!
Yes.
I've just been sitting here like, oh yeah, I guess the tracker needs to catch... Wait.
That would be you, sir. Yep, so we did get the bridge from the king, which means one of our required progression items is pushed into a chest in the world somewhere. So already, Cyclone... drawing up a gem.
On the bright side, at least the runners have a clear direction toward Provoca. Now, I assume someone's going to stop and go, wait, I can still go check the dwarf cave and maybe get something to help me survive what is inevitably going to be a nightmare walk. And that someone looks to be Edgefigaro.
It would be absolutely fantastic if the ship was in Provoca.
No ship, but that is definitely silver sword money for the party that can get 3 of them. Now, again, I guess the question is, do you go ahead and just put that money all into silver swords, or do you just go, well, I've got a rune sword for my red mage, so I'll stick silver swords on the fighter and go, or the fighters and go?
Well, I'd buy silver swords for the fighters, yeah, and probably, or maybe just one and give the rune sword to the other guy.
Now, with the lack of offensive magic, though, you know, your red mage is probably going to be swinging more than usual, but it looks like Edge is just going to stock up on supplies and call it good.
Ooh, slow creeps. Matoya's retirement fund was less than meager this time.
At least Dee Dee left the old woman her staff.
Yeah, she gotta be able to walk around blind in her cave without her crystal eye. Cure 2 Wall and A-Rub for level 3, along with Cure 1, but who cares about that crap?
A-Rub is good to see.
Fire 2, Ice 2, and Quake in hold. So, Provoka, the real MVP here, giving the Red Mages a little something to do.
Yeah, that's gonna come in handy. Especially with these pirates getting to go almost all first.
Hate when that happens. Stupid pirates.
Edge looks like had a much smoother hike over to Provoka. Alright, and what are we going to get out of Bikke the Pirate today?
Boo! Who rolled this scene?
Come on, this is going to be a sub 10-minute airship. That's not what the folks in the audience came here to see.
No. Cyclone is certainly losing his touch in this seed rolling business.
Now, I would point out we haven't seen anything in the dungeons yet, so I wouldn't quite be ready to say that he's lost his touch yet. He may just be getting everyone's hopes up so that when the crash comes, it hurts more.
Edge can go on over and take care of the pirates, get his canoe. And Dee Dee is going south, going to make the trek through the canals and waterways of Hydra and Caribe infested waters to make it to Crescent Lake.
Yeah, and Alliger Brapp making an excellent point in chat. We have not seen the... we still do need to track down that one key item that's in a chest, thanks to the bridge.
I'm hoping it's like in Key Locked, anywhere, Marsh Cave.
Yeah, just say Marsh Cave. We all know you were thinking Marsh Cave.
Key Locked Marsh Cave. Dee Dee went the absolute wrong way.
You take a wrong turn to Albuquerque sometimes. It happens to the best of us.
And holy crap, that was like 7 encounters in like 14 steps.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
well,
dungeons are going to be fun.
Yeah, that was beautiful looking. Not.
Yeah, that might play to Dee Dee's advantage though, having that thief.
Definitely. And Dee Dee's still going the wrong way. Nope, you already went that way.
Okay, there we go. He's figured it out. So in spite of having a head start there, thanks to the encounter rate and a couple of wrong turns, Edge has pulled ahead in the race to get the airship first.
Yep. Got silver, nice cheap iron armor for like 300 gold. Silver bracelets for about 1,000.
Level 6 Fade, where have we seen that before?
Ice 3, Fire 3, and level 6.
And Saber. And I think I also caught Heal 3 at White Magic. There's our crown for Edgefigaro.
Alright. The beautiful old men doing yoga in the park have a crown for our light warrior parties today. Dee Dee foregoes the circle of stages, gets his floater. Now we'll see him go to Crescent Lake, probably. Nope, he's making a fool of us.
Now, It's one of those things he's presumably thinking about all those chests he ran past getting to Provoca. Or... Okay, I don't know where Didi's going. I'm just going to admit that. Okay, he's heading for the Cardia Islands, while Edgefigaro continues to hit up these fixed locations.
This is actually kind of crazy, crazy risky because he has no save items. So if he wipes here, he's going all. Oh, nice ice armor there. He's going to lose a lot of this progress.
Yeah, and chat pointing out that Heal 3 and Fade were in the right red wizard spots at level 6, so that is going to come in handy for both runners.
Opal armor, power bunk in the freebie.
Free-ish.
That's a lot of money. And a dragon armor. So we have power bunk for free, dragon armor for free, slow gray walls. Didi gonna check the last spot here. Boy, it's a good thing he got 23 encounters walking over here because he's had none going to all three of these islands.
And he got a save item out of the deal, so...
Mogwai, we do not promote slacking off at work.
Speak for yourself.
It is Friday, so... I'm a little shocked Edge didn't route in the Crown Quest before coming here, but...
Alright, we've got level 3 fast, though, so that's going to be handy for Didi's ninja.
Yep, nice for the ninja. So the ninja will have fast and temper.
Always good to see. Harm 4, really the only spell of note at 3rd level white magic.
What?
I guess Fear sometimes comes in handy.
Yeah, you need Fear for carry. I mean, not all of us have... we do have Learnable Life for the Red Mage. Always good to see.
Cure 3, Fog 2, not a bad selection of white magic spells. Really just Brack of note at level 4 black magic.
That's all you need. You just go into every fiend fight, you channel your inner Wilkliosis, poison smoke. Not terribly priced gold bracelets at 15k.
Yeah, not at all. You'll definitely be able to pick those up after hitting a couple of more chest-heavy dungeons.
Ooh, the Cat Claw is only 8,000 gold.
Ooh. No one's going to bother buying that, but ooh. Actually, nah. Once you have the class change in hand, that's probably going to be the best weapon with as much melee as these parties have. At least until you can find some decent weapons.
I believe the... I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the Cat Claw is only equipable by the Black Wizard.
You might be right. I'm terrible at remembering who can equip what.
I'm just here for the memes.
And to actually know what you're talking about, you do also do that. I know that's bizarre to say, but...
This is true. It's too early. The Red Wizard can equip the Cat Claw? I'm gonna have to check you on that. You're probably right. I just remember always buying the Cat Claw for my Black Mage Wizards because it was memey. When I was 10 and memes weren't really a thing.
I mean, it comes in handy when you have 2 forced Black Wizards in your party. Okay, Alligator Brap, that's what I thought. I thought Knights can also strap on the Cat Claw. So... You know, it's one of those things, it's not the worst backup plan if you have those cheap things and don't find one of the in-game swords quickly enough.
Actually, it's also equipable by the ninja. It's a pretty good bargain weapon for...
Yeah, no, it's one of those things. If I had the cash in hand, I probably would be strapping that on once I get the glass chain.
I mean, it's no katana, but it's pretty good.
Also, this is a reminder, I am relying on folks to keep me honest in terms of the tracking, because I am doing this by myself.
He's already forgot stuff.
No, I forgot I was tracking. There's a difference.
So he literally forgot everything. Kappa.
Can we get a new commentator in here?
Where's Wilthiosis? Wilthiosis, come save me. Didi gonna make the daring play. No, he's not sure what he's doing.
He may not be sure where he is in that encounter table, because he knows he's got that long. He's got a decent walk followed by 7 encounters of doom.
Yeah, right. It's like you get 1 mile worth of walking and then 23 encounters in 27 steps. Oh, some wizards. I'm just curious, what is he grinding here, or?
I mean, that's kind of what it looks like, but I don't think.
Yeah, no, that might have been a mistake.
Yeah, I don't think that this was a good. This is not where I would do the grinding, is what I'm trying to say.
The fighter got hit so hard, it makes me think that he didn't put the ice armor on him.
It's entirely possible.
It's gonna do a little shopping, see what we got here. Some heal potions, nice and cheap. Cabins are relatively cheap. You like 80 gold cabins as opposed to 600 gold cabins.
Very true. Now the question is, I don't think Didi has hit up the Circle of Sages yet, so is he going to remember to do that?
Yeah, that's a great question. He does not have the crown. Edgefigaro has the key. He's checking Northwest Castle. Gonna say hi to these beautiful, friendly bats that don't troll you.
Looks like Didi has decided he is going to go ahead and do some Peninsula power grinding.
Edgefigaro gets a free freaking Aegis shield. Like, this is just, it's too good. All the good stuff's free. Tyros! Get them. Eat the Tyros.
I mean, yes and no. With the black magic we've seen so far, Edge still needs, like, a good weapon. The best we've seen are cheap cat claws.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, he's got fast and temper, so he can make most things work, but
the Tyros,
we haven't even seen an ice sword yet.
The Tyros did something terrible.
What did they have? I was looking at what Edge was finding.
I just saw his party start dying in the corner of my eye. He did something AoE-ish.
I'm sure that chat can let us know what the Tyros have today that makes them unfit for steak.
And zombies with poison, so maybe this is not the place you want to grind. And
Didi is continuing to explore the grind. Maybe he's hoping for weak giants?
Oh, this might not be good. Didi unfortunately missed a... Edgefigaro got the iconic, fabled Falconic Blade. It's going to be able to put some work in.
You didn't find the Vorpal in there.
No, the Falconic... The actual Falconic Blade.
Now, the bright side is it looks like Frost Wolves are at least beatable. Oh, Edge did pick up his bottle, I should note that.
Yes. The meager price. $10,000. You can get a bottle.
Look, there are a lot of Link to the Past runners that would kill for a cheap bottle with Fairy.
I wonder, so would it be possible, could you, after you buy the bottle, like if the bottle's the vendor item, could you make it so that after you use the battle and release the fairy, that they just turn to like max heal potions? How great would that be?
I'm sure that the dev... Dee, where are you going? Why are you going back into Ice Cave?
Just gonna power on. So he's gonna get a nice friendly run to start out. The bottle...
Go ahead. You're about to answer the thing I was about to say.
The bottle contains the ferry. There's a town up on the northern continent called Gaia. There's a pirate that stole the ferry in a bottle, and you release the ferry to get the Oxy Ale to do one of the progression or dungeons, the water dungeon.
Yeah, basically the ferry gives you an item that lets you breathe underwater, and since one of the dungeons is pretty much completely underwater, it's kind of necessary. Also, we have unrunnable gargoyles.
Everybody's favorite. So I didn't even... DD can't be much higher than, like, 7.
No, he can't be, which is why this move is so baffling to me, but I guess he knows what he's doing. He's gotten deep enough.
You know, sometimes the OGs just... You know, we just do weird stuff. That's how we roll. So I guess we should know this is a battle of the 2 and 2s. DD Gaming and Edgefigaro both 2 and 2 in the Swiss rounds. So they are playing for their tournament life at stake right here, right now, to try to get into the play-in race next week sometime. Hopefully not on the 4th of July. Because if it's on the 4th of July, I might cry a little bit inside.
Question, chat, how does someone get into this tournament scene? Well, step 1 is you join the Final Fantasy Randomizer Discord up there. And that is where pretty much all of our... there we go, there's another link. And that's pretty much where all Final Fantasy Randomizer community-related events are organized. And it is an excellent community that, you know, occasionally has fun. Sometimes it's just a lot of salt and cookies. But yeah, basically you just hang out, and when tournaments or leagues or races come up, you know, folks will be like, hey, who wants in? And then you get in. And then stuff happens. Like, you know, I can say that, you know, there's a good number of racers in this tournament who were not on the Discord 3 months ago. Oh, and those poison damage zombies are, I forgot, in the Castle of Ordeals. So I don't think we've seen anything so far in the Ice Cave worth writing home about.
It's about time we got a mild Ice Cave. Mess Hug, I whispered you the link on Twitch, so you can get it later when you're PC accessible.
Yeah, that's more of a, I think it's more pronounced Meshuggah, but...
Maybe it's Mesh-Ugga.
Maybe we should stop trying to pronounce this person's name and focus on the race. Although there's not much to talk about at the moment, Edgefigaro is still trying to survive the Pillar Maze. Which is an interesting change of pace from the usual trying to figure out where on earth I'm supposed to go in the Pillar Maze.
God, I'm terrible with the shuffled Pillar Maze. Like, I'm just so used to vanilla, and then you try to get me to remember which set of 3 pillars I've been to 5 times, and I'm done. Oh, we got eye blizzards. And eye crack. Oh, Jesus.
And hitting like a truck. Oh, God. Oh, the worst part is Dee Dee's going to have to walk out with just this fighter.
Uh-oh. He might not get to walk out.
He barely squeaks it out. We're not seeing an eye grind today, folks.
Oh.
We are, however, getting a level 10 fighter from the... all for a tail.
Alright, you almost cry a little bit on the inside right there.
On the inside, he's probably crying on the outside right now a little bit.
Yeah, so like I thought, he doesn't have any armor equipped.
That would explain a lot.
Yes, the ice armor is better. Sure, give the red mage the silver armor.
Okay,
We'll
better
coach him.
question. Better question. Why did he not throw the power bonk onto that fighter?
That's a great question. That's 6 more armor. Oh yes, we got a fire wraiths.
I mean, it doesn't matter because we have a fighter running like the devil's after him.
Oh crap, he can't run. It's like, oh yeah, they have a fire. Woohoo! It's number 2. Yep, nope, he... Oh gosh, here we go. Oh, this just got fun.
So Dee Dee might actually get out of the ice cave by the hour mark.
He got out of the trap tile fight, that's half the battle. And we have the rot in Castle Ordeals.
And the ruby. So your sort of starter kit right there.
Dream has been realized. So we are going to find either the slab or the loot in the waterfall, and then the other item is somewhere lost in the world. And our runners need to find it. And this could be bad.
Well, he actually has armor on now.
Yeah. I lied. Oh, no! Oh, it's stone poison, too. These little green pieces of trash, these guys are always the worst.
Everything is always the worst. It's Ice Cave. If our runners weren't forced to come here, they wouldn't.
What do you mean? I love the ice cave. It's so cold.
Okay, I will grant you that living in the south during the summer, the ice cave does sound like a pretty good deal, but...
Oh crap, he got paralyzed again. And he's darkened, and
there's the stone.
Oh! And he crashes into
Tedious.
the volcano to boot. I was like, well, I don't need that item yet. He did lose 4 levels, though.
Yeah, and he probably did not remember he needs to re-equip everything.
No, definitely not.
He'll remember eventually.
I got a nice wooden helmet. Cyclone saying, that was beautiful in chat. Cyclone, you're sadistic, man.
Question in chat, why do I hate the ice cave? Am I a cavist? The answer is because the ice cave is terrible and full of things that hate you.
Well. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen, when you don't put armor on.
I mean, at least the life spells are relatively low level. And I just realized I need to update the tracker.
Slacking again. Yeah, he doesn't have the tail now.
Thanks for the reminder.
So Edge also gonna dive into the earth, the fire, the volcano. He's gonna go to the treasure trove first here. Got some money, a mass immune, some more money, a cabin. There's an actual whole cabin in that little treasure chest. So I mean, as soon as Edgefigaro finds the item in the chest, he's pretty much in go mode. Oh, well, he's in the volcano. He could just throw the vorpal in the lava while he's here.
Yeah, the cat claw dream is pretty much dead at this point. However, the The Ogres and Pet Special is unrunnable, I just realized.
Son of a gun. I mean... Oh, we got a katana too, so that's nice for Didi. So now Didi really doesn't need the Vorpal. He could throw that in the trash. In the trash can.
He can still technically put it on his red mage.
You can tell Will Cleosis and Falconic are sleeping because they didn't say anything about the Vorpal being picked up. And Didi at level 6 is just struggling. And doesn't even goes back.
Point of order, Didi's bigger problem is I think he still has failed to actually equip his armor. We love you, Didi, but seriously, you need to put your armor on. You're the reason that every RPG on the SNES had an NPC explicitly go, by the way, did you know you can equip items? You should do that.
No, Mogwai. No.
Mogwai, is Falconic forcing you to say that? You know, blink twice if yes.
Is this the real Joker, or is this another Joker? Do we have two Jokers in the community now?
Well, I mean, if a deck of cards gets to have two Jokers, I guess, you know, we can too.
It's true, but the original Joker is the Joker of the Steve Miller Band. What are you, a sorceress, Mogwai? Blinking 3 times, trying to turn me into stone? Yeah, I like this Joker too. He's a good guy Joker.
So Didi did check the Mosmune chest. Yeah, I see it.
Yep, he has the Maspune, and hopefully he goes and finds that katana.
Now, there's a second one out there.
Okay. I thought it was you. It's Mogwai confirmed sorceress. Little known fact, if you want to upset Mogwai, just send her pictures of the delicious food you're cooking. And then she gets hungry, and it's funny. So curious to see if we're going to see a little grind action here. We know the eye isn't doable.
Well, Edge is going ahead and scouting the Agma out.
Well, they got a lot of health. Oh, X for... Uh-oh. Could have some trouble here. Alright, I'm curious why he has the Vorpal on his second... not on his... Oh, well, there we go. We got Ice Sword. So now we have real weapons.
Yeah, no, he just had the Rune Sword on there. I think they use the same sprite. Didi definitely setting up for a fighter grind, though. Or just didn't feel like healing until he was through the lava floors. And 6 of one, half a dozen of the other.
We have the loot sighting on Edgefigaro's side.
Well, the key-locked Marsh Dream is dead.
Both katanas here in the volcano. Gold bracelet. Doesn't check that chop chest. Edge really now just needs the tail. He can class change, and he will be Fat Daddy ready.
Didi is managing to check neither chest that has a katana in it. I am mildly impressed, I'm going to be honest.
Alright, it's getting Exford. I don't think either racer's at a level where they can take carry on, so I'm curious. Really curious where Didi's going.
He may just be thinking, well, I've got Fast, I've got Temper, and I've got Mosmune. So let's do this.
He also only has like 160 HP.
Well, see, that wouldn't be a problem, except, and I can't emphasize this enough, he still doesn't have any armor on!
Dee did find the loot, but he had to reset out, so he
Yeah.
doesn't have the loot now. But he does know where it is.
And he is... So, at what point, if you're DD Gamings, do you remember that you need to re-equip armor and the seed isn't just full of overpowered beefcakes?
I'm gonna go at minute 73.
Edgefigaro, on the other hand, gearing up for this carry fight, he's got plenty of defense to go around.
Alright. And Carrie comes out, putting you in the darkness.
Oh no, whatever shall we do with the status effect that doesn't do anything?
Shh, don't tell the people that. We gotta keep it suspenseful.
The people know that. The dark status effect never does anything in any Final Fantasy game.
1,000!
And Edge with his first orb lit.
Alright. Dee has his Massa again. Imagine if I had a real weapon. That was a very...
Chat, please try to send your energy to DD Gaming, or to DD Gaming's to remember that he needs to actually equip stuff. Level 5 nukes, so that's good for the red mage.
Yeah. For Edge's party in general, he's gonna have 2 casts of the two nuke casters. 2 fast casters, 2 temper casters. He's looking
But with
good.
that Fade at level 6, that gives him plenty of firepower for his red mage. To address the observation in chat, he didn't forget a chest. He probably just remembered there was nothing good in it, and so he just hit all the chests he wanted and then moved on.
Yeah, he's already traversed this a little bit. Still only level 6. Still struggle bussing.
It's hurting my heart a little bit. I've got to be honest. Like, he would be fine if he just put things on. Alright, catch you later, Joker.
You're not working. Get out of here. Woo! We're gonna see an early dive of the Earth Cave.
Yeah, but our garbage tracker needs to update the backgrounds.
Yeah, who is that bum? That's right. Everybody throw your Vorpals in the garbage can. Listen, if we can teach Edgeworth that Team Tyro is not the team to be on, we can convince people that Team Vorpal is not the team to be on.
I mean, you can say that all you want. I'm still putting Vorpal on my red mage if I don't have a better weapon. And the only thing I consider a better weapon is possibly the Sun Sword. And the Mosmune, but I never strap the Mosmune on my red mage. I've got at least 2 other party members that would make better use of it.
The Thor Hammer's better than the Vorpal. The vampire guarding something worthwhile.
Alright. What do you have?
He had the first ribbon.
Alright. Washed Up 08, aka Linkshot, if you would like to message Cyclone to get an invite in here, you're welcome to. You didn't tag me, and I'm on Do Not Disturb, so I did not see your message.
Alright, Dede's coming back in for his tail, coming in hot. Trying to avoid these poison damaged zombies.
Dee Dee doesn't actually know the tail's here. Or the tail's not even here. This is... What was here?
The tail.
No, I thought the tail was an ice cave.
Oh,
I'll
you're
just
right. The rod's
forward the
here.
information. One sec.
I believe the rod's here. Dun, 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 dun. The man cats.
Alright, yeah, it's the rod. That's right. Ruby and Rod were both up here. Thank you, chat.
Chat keeping us right since 1999. So at 40 minutes in, almost 41 minutes, you've got to think, if you're Dee Dee, that you're starting to slip away. No orbs lit. You've only found one of the progression items. Still haven't checked the Circle of Sages. Knows the tail's an ice cave, so may not even go back for that if you feel really, really far behind, but Dee Dee can't be feeling too hot right now, and Edge is going to give us our first look at the very handsome and dead Lich 1. This fight will probably take all of, 17 seconds.
That is generous to Lich 1.
Oh, 700 million damage, he's dead. Oh, we got 2 orbs lit for Edgefigaro.
Alright, I'll go ahead and get that lit up then.
Alright, curious to see. So we're looking for the slab. Oh, well, so no, we know the slab's in the water. So I'd like to see Edge do the bottle. Get his Oxy Ale and then kind of do everything at once on that side of the world, so you don't have to double dip. Cyclone's making me want to drink at 10:54 in the morning. Alright, maybe we'll see a little dragon grinderino.
And with that, we now have a tracker. Everyone, give a cheer for Washed Up 08, aka Link Shot.
Woohoo! Link Shot. No. He doesn't know. We know, as the viewers and the commentators. He probably is gonna go Ice Cave, but, I've been wrong before, so... I think he's just channeling my energy and going to the waterfall. But he definitely should go and get the bottle taken care of first.
Alrighty. So, while I was fiddling with getting our tracker in here, I'm guessing Dee Dee still hasn't gone to the armor screen.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Darn it, Papa Foys, you have twice as many eyes as I do, and we're actually looking.
I'm watching the waterfall. Why do I have twice as many eyes? Do you think I wear glasses?
No, I know I have one eye.
Oh. Maybe my eye's crystal.
I'm just assuming that there's only room for one Cyclops in the Final Fantasy Randomizer community.
Alright, Didi picks up his bottle. It's really nice, experience-rich fight here on Edgefigaro's side. The 5 was Mummy 4 Mummy fight.
Always good to see, especially because cockatrices have been particularly rude this game.
And Didi Gamins crashes into Gaia and ruins the whole town. It's now Melmon 2. Cure 4 and exit at level 7. That's not fun. Didi gonna turn in his bottle, get the Oxy Ale, and make dreams come true. Edgefigaro now knows that the tail is in Sea Shrine. Or is in Waterfall. Holy smokes, the Sea Shrine, I'm terrible. I'm curious.
And the tail is an ice cave. You still didn't get it right.
Yeah, you know what? I'm glad you're keeping me in line, Woat. The tail is in the ice cave, Weasel. Didi got to the tail and then got wiped on his way out.
Yeah, we have had a poverty of escape spells this game, too.
Yeah, well, we just saw exit at level 7. So not really gonna help.
Yeah, I was going to say that's still a poverty of escape spells. Because you want exit to go get the tail.
We don't even know where warp is.
Which makes me think it's probably level 8.
Yeah, I think other than the magic shops in Onrak, we didn't even check black magic. They didn't check black magic in Gaia either. DD didn't, because the red mage can't learn it. I don't think. Border tracker. Tracker border. So Edge is out and making his way. I don't know where. I totally missed Edge got his Oxio. Alright, and Edge probably gonna go left here. Straight to Kraken. It's a good fight to take.
Didi's going to be picking up his slab from the robot. And Edge is going to go straight for Kraken. I can't blame him at this point.
So, despite Edge having a rather significant lead at this point, I think we can safely say, you know, it's 2 orbs up, 2 full orbs up, and, you know, halfway through the Sea Shrine. The concerning thing is that Edge is only level either 11-12 or 12-13 right now, so he's got to find some experience and find it quick if he wants to be able to just go into TOFR when he's ready.
Well, he's still got Mirage and Sky Castle ahead of him, and, you know, generally speaking, even just taking whatever unrunnables got rolled in there is enough to get you in good position.
I'm really curious. Now, this is a great fight to have unrunnable. I'm really curious if he's going to Ice Cave.
Now, he's got some really solid equipment that's only post-class change available to him, so knowing now that the tail is there, he may be inclined.
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, Life 2 was learnable by the knight, so
Yeah, I think it was that first slot, so...
I would almost definitely say he's going to go and get it, but, you know, we've seen stranger things in this tournament. You only have the one ribbon. You have access to the wall spell early. I think it was level 2, I want to say.
A-Rope was level 2. I don't know. I can't remember if Wall was as well. But, yeah, it's one of those things. You've got plenty of magical defenses. They just take time.
Yeah.
So you're in trouble if anything first rounds you.
Yeah, you have the benefit of having protection from almost everything on that first fighter. And you can put the Massimian wielder with the ribbon and, you know, the second tier armor.
I've got to cut you off, Papa Foys. Glorious day, Kalu Kalay. Dee finally realized he needs to actually put armor on his party members.
Holy crap. The dream has been realized, ladies and gentlemen.
I am... So Dee has a chance again.
Alright, so we have Kraken 1 coming in hot. Well, that red mage wasn't long for this world.
Kraken gonna Kraken.
Damage poison. Putting in some work here. 5 hits for 311 damage.
Kraken wastes a turn casting ink.
We like that.
But Edge not getting a lot of work out of his fighters. Was that his Masamune wielding fighter?
No, he switched them.
Okay.
And we have a down Kraken third orb lit for Edgefigaro. He needs to translate the slab and gather's chime, and then he can make his way into the Sky Cave. But you've got to imagine Edgefigaro is not checking any more chests. He's got Dragon Armor, he's got Aegis Shield, he's got the Masamune, he's got one ribbon, and he's got 2 fighters, so...
Yeah,
I don't think you need anything else.
I mean, he still needs to go get the tail to take advantage of most of that.
Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one curious thing, is he going to go and get the tail? He knows it's an ice cave, so he knows it's not 100% necessary. And he does have flame armor, ice shield for one of his fighters. So maybe he doesn't go and get it, but I definitely would be.
With Nuke and Fade where they are, as much as you will dispute this, trading out the Vorpal, being able to stick that Vorpal on your second fighter, that's not something you're going to sneeze at.
The second fighter's just there to die. He could have the Rapier and be alright. Edge gonna talk to Dr. Oon, able to teach you a new language in just mere seconds. If only my Spanish teacher was that good in high school.
I mean, that's why Dr. Oon has that doctorate.
I have a doctorate in nothing.
Edge is making that move for the Ice Cave.
Alright, this does make sense. I mean, we know what most of the stuff in here is. Actually, we really don't. I don't remember. So, I guess we don't really know. Dee finally going to do the Crown Quest as well. I guess he went to the Circle of Sages finally.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. He's got his, he's about to have his key, having dealt with all those NPCs.
We're not going to get a Loopa moment, I don't think. And Stone Poison. Oh no. Oh no. Run away. Run away.
Fortunately, Edge, unlike when Dee went down here, does have that ribbon.
Yeah, and he's got some soft potions. Feeling good. Weasel, the average time in these seeds, I'd say, is like in between an hour and 30 and an hour and 45 minutes.
That sounds about right to me, too.
That would be a really, really safe assumption. I mean, we've had as fast as like an hour and 10 minutes and as long as like 3 hours. Curious.
Go ahead.
Curious if Edge checks any of these chests. He obviously not going to the dragon chest. He's passed that already. But will he check the 6 down here in the lower left-hand corner?
I would guess not. He leapt into the first hole he saw. He is here for the tail and doesn't care about anything else.
Yeah, and you can see him taking a select number of fights, trying to make sure he does not hit level 15 on either of those fighters. Everybody's favorite wraiths, the poisony ones.
Yeah, that stone poison is doing work.
Good thing he has 14 heal potions. 14 soft potions. 10 now.
8 now.
Was he gonna talk to the Hooray? No. No Hooray Dwarf sighting.
And 6 wraiths. Good. Googly moogly.
This is a lot of poison. Yeah, I don't think we have any runner who run a time all of their races under like an hour 30 or something. Everybody's been above an hour 30.
Alright, so Edgefigaro's got about another 2 fights worth of soft potions left.
If he keeps getting 6 wraiths, moving that ribbon to the black mage.
An interesting call.
Oh, we got random frost dragons.
I mean, I guess it makes sense, as Black Mage probably has more spell charges left at this point.
I'm just gonna check these 3 freebies. Gets like 900 gold for his trouble, and hey, everybody's friend the eye. He's dead. Edge, don't grind. Don't do it.
Well, he does. Yeah, no, he's leaving.
Yeah. So he won't get to find out the fun of the eye until the Mirage Tower, the Sky Castle.
Yeah, I mean, he may manage to sidestep it all with encounter frequency Shuffle Arn. Didi, I have to assume, is ribbon hunting at this point.
Oh yeah, for sure. We know. We've only seen the one ribbon. Edge has checked a lot of chests.
Didi at least demonstrating some good spike tile awareness there, avoiding an unnecessary earth fight. Edge does make it out on his second loop, and with the tail in hand is probably going to very quickly go visit the King of Dragons, Bahamut, and equip all those shiny toys he's found. Didi, meanwhile, is heading through the Earth Cave, and we know the Earth Cave wasn't too bad from what we saw with Edge going through, so we're good there. Edge not going ahead and throwing that equipment on. I'm sure he'll remember here in a minute.
God, let's not have Forgetfulness 2.0. Alright, so we have Lots of nice stuff being equipped. Throw that Aegis shield up there. Yeah. So now, I mean, from this point, you put the ribbon on the red mage because he's got the life casts, and then you switch it to your fighter when you go in. You switch it to the second fighter when you go into Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Yeah. Seems like a reasonable proposition, especially because if we're remembering correctly, the Knights do have Life 2 access. You don't even necessarily need to protect your red mage at that point.
What? Vorpal? Who? Throw that away.
That Vorpal's not going anywhere on Edgefigaro's side, even if he does find an adamant in one of the greed chests, if he even checks the greed chests at this point. The man is not going to bother with getting rid of the Vorpal. He's just going to pass it down to his red mage.
DD running into the doggies. The roos. And DD makes a swap, puts his blue-haired Mamma Jamma unrunnable Earth up. So it's going to make the Temple of Fiends Revisited Earth floor a little more fun for us. And Edge is going to check these chests down here.
Now, they're practically free.
No, you fight this. This is really good experience. No, Edge. No, Edge, do it.
He may just be looking to see what he can see in here before getting his experience deeper in. Although the find of that light axe is going to make it more appealing to take that fight. Although he's not going to keep it, he is going to reset out and go.
Well, now he checked that first floor. I wonder if he's going to check the greater than, less than room here.
I'll be surprised if he does. Like, the first floor, it's practically free. If you find something good, it's a handful of steps to get it out. Greater than, less than, unless you need something, you're not going to check it. And Edge apparently feels like he needs something.
I wonder what he feels like he needs.
Second ribbon.
What he needs is to not pass up on great experience encounters.
And he does find his adamant, so... With two fighters, he is almost certainly going to turn that in before hitting TOFR up. So I'm sorry to tell you this, Papa Foys, but I don't think we're going to see Vorpal thrown away yet. If at all.
Should have been thrown away 30 minutes ago and they found it.
Yeah. Not everyone subscribes to your dogma.
It's the best dogma. Didi's going to fight Lich 1 here in a minute. Could be seeing our first orb lit up for him.
If we don't see his first orb lit up for him, that just raises more questions.
Like, what is the airspeed velocity of a swallow?
Or just, what did Lich have that Edge didn't see?
Maybe he has Nuke.
Okay, yeah, that would do it. But I don't think we're going to see it one way or the other. 2 harm 4s, kind of sufficient.
Oh, he rubs the lead fighter. Oh, snap-a-doo.
Oh no, whatever shall he do with all those Life 2 charges he's carrying around? Yeah, Rub, normally very heavily criticized as far as magic goes, somewhat more dangerous when you don't have a ribbon or any kind of anti-death element defenses.
Yeah, no pro ring on Edge's side. I thought he has a couple pro rings, but not on that lead fighter.
Yeah, he has them strapped onto his mages, it looks like.
And going to check more extra chests. Just literally like 1,000 gold.
Dee Dee is making a return to Ice Cave. Which was, incidentally, one of the more disappointing movies in the Three Ninjas franchise.
Edge checking a lot more chests than we initially thought.
It's not a terrible plan. You know, he does still have that. He still would probably want a second ribbon. And DD Gaming's being reminded why he left Ice Cave the first time.
Hey, it's everybody's favorite Wraiths.
Yeah, he at least has a ribbon now, so he just needs to get out of here.
The real question is 7 more soft potions going to be...
See, this problem is the exact reason why I tend to pick up soft on my white mage if I have room.
Ooh, drops that Zeus Gauntlet.
He's got enough cutting power at this point. He doesn't need the Zeus Gauntlet. Yeah. That is an excellent point, though. White mages are not fantastic at running away from things. So... And also, his white mage has no armor on DD Gaming's side. So, the question, I think, is, do you swap that ribbon to, say, your red mage, or even your thief? Or maybe just put it on your fighter and just go, you know what? I might just have to solo this fighter out of here.
Chat, we need your blessed RNGs. We are on the Bridge of Destiny. Potential war mech sighting. Gigantic robot chickens on this one-tile wide hallway.
I'm so looking forward to like the next tournament where they just turn on the unrunnable war mech flag.
That sounds terrible.
Or not unrunnable war mech, mandatory war mech, where a war mech is always going to be guarding Tiamat 1. And you have to fight him to get to Tiamat.
Cyclone wants war mech, pizza, and Ellie Gerbrap wants some nachos as well. Appreciate y'all making me
I know
hungry.
y'all were both here at the beginning of this when I mentioned I hadn't eaten breakfast. Why y'all gonna do that to me?
And Tiamat 1 getting the first look of Warple doing 6 hits. A very, very meager 155 damage. Waste of a sword.
Still better than anything else that they have at their disposal.
What? He's got the masked man.
Yes, but he can only equip the Mosmian on one person.
Here's the Falconic Blade. We're gonna probably see Edge kill this Tyro. Oh, maybe we can... DD earlier. Nope, he killed him.
Looks like Edge is... Yeah, I was about to say, it looks like Edge is setting up a little bit of a grind here in the desert.
Yeah, this isn't terrible. And the Ankylos have crack. No, Mongwai. Tyros are not friend. You need
Edge
to
very
get that out of
wisely,
your head.
running away from the red Anklos. No one likes the red Anklos.
No, they hit like Mack trucks, like legitimate 18-wheelers just running you over. And they're actually worth less experience than regular Ankylos. Ankylos, however you say it.
Question in chat, dragons and dinosaurs living in the same world? You betcha! This is an unlicensed D&D game after all. No, seriously, you go and look at the old monster, even in the modern monster manuals, dinosaurs are totally part of D&D.
We got one fighter down.
Heck, if you go play 5th edition and you have a druid, your druid is spending a lot of time as a T-Rex. Dee is going to head back and go ahead and get the life magic on his knight.
I like it.
Yeah, you were right. Well, was it level 2 white?
I'm good at this game. Kappa.
I guess sometimes have these flashes of brilliance.
That's why I'm 2 and 2.
And that's why I said sometimes. Yeah, I do have to agree with Ali Gerbrap in chat. Invis is not a bad call. We have not seen the defense sword, and while the white shirt is available to Edgefigaro, I'm not entirely sure when he picked that up. It's still... You still like having that second bit of, ability to do stuff. As I expected, Vorpal is being passed down to the red mage, and we now have a Mazamune and Vorpal-wielding fighter for Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Should get that Excalibur. Throw that Vorpal in the trash where it belongs.
I mean, it's on a red wizard. It ain't gonna get swung a whole lot. But Invis is a white mage-only spell, I believe.
Yep. And he has the white shirt, so having Invis 1 not really gonna pay too much dividends.
I mean, it allows you to double up how quickly you can layer defense on your fighters.
So who are you giving the white shirt to, then?
I mean, he has it on his black wizard, as you can see. So, if it were in a learnable spot, you stick the white shirt on your black wizard as he's done, and then you have Invis to cast off of whoever can cast it.
At 1 hour, 12 minutes, and 40 seconds, Edgefigaro going to give us first peek into Temple of Fiends Revisited. DD Gaming is about 3 full dungeons behind right now, so it's got some work cut out for him. Praying that this Temple of Fiends is just awful.
I mean, even if it is awful, we know there are chests that Edgefigaro checked that DD didn't that are going to be advantageous for DD to check. Like, we know that DD is going to miss both of these katanas.
Yep, no katana for Dim. Lava tile sounds so good.
I mean, it's better than the poison sound.
The poison sound gets you world records in Final Fantasy II.
Yes, but just because they did in Final Fantasy II isn't a good reason to do literally anything. What's that? We're going to attempt to render a globe on NES software? What could possibly go wrong? Oh, my bad. NES hardware.
Anna Maniac with the lurker wave. How you doing this morning? Still morning.
It is still morning.
Why am I not drinking? That's the real question.
Because I'm pretty sure that makes you an alcoholic.
Yeah, but it's like my 11 p.m.
It still makes you an alcoholic.
Yeah. Potato, potato.
In any case, Edgefigaro has made it to Lich 2, and as is tradition, whoa! Lich 2 survived the first round. That is different.
It's insanity. Lich 2's been going to the gym.
What is insanity is Edgefigaro, I think, is at like 17 and 18 for his levels.
Yep, only gonna have a couple charges of life for his knights. I need that liquid courage to cast with Woe.
Oh, get over yourself. Yeah, looks like 17 and 18's all around. Didn't quite catch what his fighters are, but I can't imagine they're much higher. So, our runners are unaware of the other's disposition. So it is a situation where Edge probably is assuming that DD is hot on his heels, and that's why he isn't stopping to grind at all.
Dun 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 dun. Oh, we got Edge with the little lag. And we get some ambush waters. No!
Now, again, he does at least have plenty of life, too, to go around. Unfortunately, the waters were not polite enough to finish off his Black Mage, so he's going to have to use less reliable healing methods.
Life 2, the best heal spell in the game.
Absolutely. So, the other question to consider is, how close are these two runners, when they hit TOFR, to that patch of, what was it, 7 encounters and 14 steps?
It was gross.
Yeah, we note that is somewhere in the encounter table, and I think both runners have opted to not power cycle as often as they otherwise would, just to minimize how often they have to deal with that section.
But you do have to remember that that was in the... So it is it's possible that in a dungeon that encounter frequency doesn't occur.
It's still not a risk I would personally be willing to take. If it
Ooh, slap Happy Kraken 481 to that Black Wizard. But does about 600 damage in the first round of combat and kills him. So this Topher, well, I guess Edge has just been blazing through this Temple of Fiends Revisited.
Yeah, it is one of those things.
Well, something happened. We have a T down. A squint happened. Bubby Butt 07, thank you for the 5 bits. Sir, appreciate it.
Yeah, if you haven't already, folks, be sure to follow Speed Gaming and the Speed Gaming family of channels. There is plenty of exciting action, including more Final Fantasy Randomizer action coming up, but they play host to a great deal of speedruns.
It's all over the place.
Alright, Tiamat 2. Those fighters are level 17. Only the Red Wizard has level 18. Okay.
So we're just YOLOing it up today.
I mean, with both Mosmian and Excalibur on your knights, as the damage that is getting pumped out can demonstrate, that's not a terrible idea.
So we have later today on the Speed Gaming family of networks, we have 3-in-1 Ice Blue facing Fuzzy Mage, who I believe is also 3-in-1.
He is.
And then over on the Randomania family of races at 8 p.m., the Ice Blue Fuzzy Mage is at 7. At 8 p.m., Minochi85 Legend League co-champion will be racing Fuchsia Fantasy, and both of those runners are 4-0. And that's at 8 o'clock on the Randomania family of channels, and those are the only other 2 races here this lovely evening.
But we are into chaos for Edgefigaro.
Listen, we don't even... Tiamat, who's that guy? Space Dragons. I just want to point it out. If Edgefigaro wins this race, that'll put Double Fighter's win percentage at like 75% for the tournament.
And his leading strikes against Chaos not paying dividends.
Uh-oh. But he gets poison smoked! The Black Wizard going down. As I failed to do my best Wilcleosis impersonation.
No one can imitate Wilcleosis. That just doesn't happen.
No, that's just legendary. Legendary co-commentary.
Yeah, Wilcleosis, one of our stronger commentary members in this community.
Oh, 490.
Yeah, the temper stacking is starting to work out.
Only 19.
Oh, he better hope that he either takes Chaos out this round or Chaos doesn't get another AoE out.
And Edgefigaro with the downed Chaos, winner of this race.
With an official SRL time of 1 hour, 21 minutes, and 40 seconds.
GG's, get your GG's out in chat. We do not know. The Vorpal, we'd still be here for another 10 minutes if he used the Vorpal on.
He was using the Vorpal. But yeah, no, that was all Mosmune work there.
Everybody get your GG's out in chat for Ed. We'll try to get him in for a little interview.
No, absolutely. In the meantime, we can look over to DD Gaming, who is... I would assume the Sharknado room? I mean, with these unrunnable sharks, he could technically be anywhere, but... Okay, he's almost to that floor. The Sea Shrine has such a good theme.
It does. Music is so good.
Alright, Edgefigaro has at least jumped on board. He should be heading into here as soon as he's ready. So we'll have him here in a minute.
I just want to grab him and yank him in here.
Yeah. He'll join us when he joins us. There he is.
G?
Edge! GG! Oh wait, he's deafened. We'll give him a minute.
He doesn't like us.
Hey, hey!
GG!
GG.
Ugh, so how about beating Chaos with a mostly level 17 party?
No, I'm here, I'm here. Thank you. I am surprised I'm that far ahead.
Well, what probably was the decisive factor is it took DD the better part of the first hour to remember to actually equip armor on his party.
Oh, you gotta do that.
Yeah, it definitely made it difficult for him to dip pretty much anywhere because everything was just plastering him. But I mean, the fact that he did a lot of work in spite of that. So, you know, it's one of those things like, as much as I've been kind of harping on it because it hurts me physically to see, you know, the man deserves all the credit, as do you for winning this race anyway. Like, a 121, whatever your time was. Sorry, I'm looking at your clock. 121.40, there we go. A 121.40 is nothing to sneeze at in these flags.
I was very worried when I saw the slab and waterfall. I'm like, do I want to class change?
See, I told you he was thinking about that one.
Yeah, well, what pushed you over the edge to decide, yeah, I need this class change?
So, I wanted to make the decision before I went into Mirage, because I was level like 13 and 14 on my knights at the time, and I wanted to get life on my knights. And if I dive Topher and it wipes me, which is a huge possibility because I don't have very many levels, I dive Topher and then I hit a wall. And that sets me in a really awkward spot as what to do, because I can't get out of Temple of Fiends, I can't grind inside of Temple of Fiends for experience. So I'm like, if it's an easy Topher, I can just go now. But if it's a difficult Topher and I wipe, it's really hard for me to recover. The other thing is, I didn't have the best of defenses, and I didn't have any magical healing other than Life 2, which shared a slot with Temper. And I just figured it was going to be awkward enough if I didn't class change that it could put me in a really, really bad position later on.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. But yeah, how about that Stone Poison Wraith, then? Speaking of Ice Cave.
Crap! I'm like, I can get in and out of the Ice Cave in 3 minutes. 3 minutes is a good time. All I'm doing is diving. I don't really need to check any chests. I'll get the 4 easy ones, but don't need to get anything else. And then over and over and over again, I'm getting stoned.
Yeah, that's what stymied, because Didi actually got to the tail fairly early on in the seed, but then couldn't get himself out. I think by the time he got there, all he had left was his fighter and no ribbon. So it's one of those things we knew pretty early on just how nasty Ice Cave was, but I think the first time you saw the Wraiths was when you made your dive for the tail.
If I don't have a ribbon, that's awful.
Yeah. And, you know, one thing I did like about your Ice Cave dive, we saw at one point you swapped the ribbon to your Black Mage. Was that because you were just pretty much out of offensive spell casts on your Red Wizard? Or Red Mage?
Yeah, they had A-Fire, like, Wraiths with Stone Poison and A-Fire. What the hell is that?
Yeah. The bright side is, that was really kind of one of the only rude monsters we saw this seed, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the Zombos had damage poison, and that was really the only other awful.
Yeah, I had to keep resetting out of ordeals because I didn't have enough steps to make it up the stairs if I took a wrong pillar.
Yeah, I mean, at least you did have that window. So, I didn't catch how many power cycles you wound up having, but I didn't really see you doing a lot of power cycling. And I'm assuming that's because of that string of every other step encounters that was pretty early on in the table.
I think I power cycled before every dungeon.
Okay. So, You were right, Papa. A lot of those encounters were overworld only.
Yeah, right at the beginning of the game, we saw Dee Dee going from Provoca to Crescent Lake, and he probably got 9 encounters in like a 15-step period. It was absolutely wild.
So the very first encounter was a nice run, and I abused that over like the entire run. I don't think I ever took a fight on the overworld until I was hunting Tyros at the end. But the after the first encounter, there was immediate second encounter, but it was only on the overworld. If you went into a dungeon, it skipped that first encounter, or it skipped one of the two. So when looking at encounter tables, you want to check to see if the overworld encounter table is a little bit different than the dungeon encounter table. And by different, I mean sometimes you'll skip a step. Or skip an encounter, like the number of that's assigned to the individual encounter is it doesn't meet a certain threshold to trigger the encounter. That's why the Bridge of Destiny has the highest non-overworld encounters rate in the game, because it's got the lowest threshold.
So yeah, that's a little bit of good intel to have. And I am at a loss for words. Papa Foys, please help me.
What's your take on Double Fighter? It's pretty good, huh?
I got to run the triple sword combination this game. I found that was pretty amusing.
I did enjoy seeing you. Papa was convinced you were going to just throw the Vorpal away, and I was like, no, he's passing that down to his red mage.
I thought throwing it away would be a worthwhile choice. It's no good.
Double Fighter. It ends up being pretty decent this seed. Part of that's because I got the Excalibur, but the Excalibur wasn't incredibly important. It helped out a little bit, but I don't think it materially changes any of the fights that I take in Topher.
Warmech sighting! Woohoo!
Did Dee Dee get a Step 1 Warmech? I think Dee Dee got a Step 1 Warmech.
But why is he fighting it?
Yep. Holy moly. Warmech versus Thief. He rolls a ninja.
The Thief was already dead. It's a mighty fine robot chicken you got there, buddy. Oh, he gets 32,000 experience on his fighter.
Okay, his fighter's ready for TOFR now.
Damn, Daniel.
Wow, 13 HP.
Oh, I mean, the bright side to it is he does not need to worry about that that knight for the rest of this seed.
No, that's a great find.
It's really good.
I don't think he was planning on that happening, but you know what? You go to war with the army you've got.
Sometimes the army you've got is suddenly a level 22 fighter.
With a Mosvian in hand.
So is it possible we could see Double Fighter in the play-in race?
Oh, I think Double Fighter is great for the play-in race. Oh no, I take that back. Play-in race is going to be different than these one-on-one matches. The reason I ran Double Fighter is because I've been practicing Double Fighter. I'm not convinced it's better than Rainbow Mage Party, but I'm practicing a lot. Mainly because I got to talk to Artea about it, and I've always wanted to learn Double Fighter because it intuitively feels different than the mage parties that I'm used to running. And I never really got a good handle of it when I was running here 6 months ago. So I've been practicing it just for fun. And I've been doing pretty well, and it's gotten me a couple of wins in practice seeds. So I'm like, let's try this out.
So you went to the man who doesn't even like fighters and asked advice of him.
What? Artea loves fighters.
No, Artea loves red mages. And pretty much exclusively mages.
I'm surprised that you haven't already dug out the which party has the highest win percentage in the tournament.
Everybody already knows the percentage of this tournament. By far.
Like, so with this party, you've got two black mage casters, which gives you a lot of offensive stability in terms of just you can sort of handle nearly everything as long as magic isn't trash. What the main question is, if exit is in a locked spot at level 3 or 4. I was going to reset if exit was locked at level 1 and remake my party. But if the exit's in a locked spot at 3 or 4, you can lose a ton of time. If it's at 5, you can also lose some time. But by the time you get your white mage up to a point where they can cast, you've done a lot of the stuff that exit helps for.
We see DD making it into Topher at about 135.30. This Topher was pretty easy today, I think would be the nice way to put it.
Yeah, it helped that I had double fighter with Excalibur or Massmune, and I could just brute force all the fiends down.
So you're 3-2 now. You've officially qualified for the play-in race. Are you breathing a sigh of relief for a moment as you don't have the stress of the 2-2 race anymore?
Yes, I've been worried about this match all week. It's good to get it over with. We'll see how we do in the play-in race. I have much more confidence that I can get in the top 50% in the play-in race as opposed to winning a one-on-one match, which Topher can be Topher in these one-on-one matches.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see what kind of strategies folks employ. I know that the current game plan is everyone involved in the play-in is going to be restreamed somewhere. That's going to be fun to try and get organized. But, yeah, no, like, I am excited to see, because, there is the factor, I imagine, too, in the play-in race of, I don't have to win, I just have to outlast everyone who goes too fast.
Yeah, you watched Bismarck beat Czar here either yesterday or 2 days ago. 2 days ago, I think. And he go-moded from basically start and gets through Topher on a wing and a prayer. And that is a way that you can beat like a mechanically better player. There's two ways. I suppose there's two ways to beat a mechanically better player. One is to go mode ridiculously. The other is to just assume that they're going to wipe in Topher and give them 6 minutes. I say you can give somebody 6 minutes and take that much of a grind or that much of a farm. Give them 6 minutes and beat them after they wipe once, but before they wipe 2 times. Because they probably don't wipe 2 times.
I mean, there is also the strategy that a lot of folks have employed in this tournament of just going, you know what, this player's not going to check Earth Cave early, or Mermaids, or Marsh Cave. So if I dip one of those and find something good, I know they're not going to get it.
Yeah, that's another form of a grind. I'm not convinced that is ever the right play unless you're really looking for something And that's why you leave things like Sea Shrine until later or Sky until later. So if you need to greed something, you can still value your greed.
Yeah, it's one of those things. There's a lot of very interesting strategies I think we're going to see next week with the play-in. And, it's just a question of who's ultimately going to be, whatchamacallit.
In the race?
Yeah, partially who's in the race, and partially, how many people go for a given tactic. Because, if you only have a couple of people going for the just gun it and it works out for them, then you suddenly have this incredible tension as everyone who took the more conservative approach is all kind of bottled up together trying to get a couple of spots. But speaking of hitting a little bit of a bottleneck, it looks like DD Gaming's has kind of hit the encounter-heavy part of the table here on the water floor.
Jeez, that's 4 encounters just in this little hallway.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Edge, you managed to land kind of a nice long run through water.
Yeah, I took like 3 or 4 encounters. Nothing super significant. He's getting lots of runs.
Yeah, that's why you bring a thief.
The thief.
I'm rather astonished that we had a seed with no exit, no warp. It was incentive bridge, and I went to Ice Cave to collect the tail and buy magic spells, and I still finished in 121.
Yeah, no, like it's one of those things outside of a little bit of a rough overworld table and a few enemies that had some nasty tricks up their sleeves. This has been a pretty friendly seed. The loot was in a treasure chest, but it's a chest that everyone checks. So, yeah, you guys had a pretty decent seed all around, even with warp and exit just being in unfriendly spots.
Yeah, that was the only unfortunate becoming of this race. Otherwise, it was pretty smooth.
It feels good to take down Garland and Astos with temper.
Always feels good.
Yeah, DD is having no trouble, though, in this Temple of Fiends. He's got a level 22 fighter with Mossmune. He's fine.
And the power boinker.
And the fast spell. Like, all of these things together basically just make sure that his fighter will be fine.
I almost wiped a Chaos.
Yeah, no.
I got too nice with Excalibur, Massmune, and full sets of armor. I'll be fine. Almost wiped.
Yeah, that Chaos did not play around, but, probably having just one ribbon did not exactly help much either.
Yeah, but I had Wall.
Ah, so that's what Tiamat had.
Exiling people to the 4th dimension since 1988.
Or just punching them in the face with a bunch of dragon heads. One of the two. Yeah, we were speculating on what the space dragon that you were talking about was, and we realized it was probably Tiamat.
I just like that name. I think it's funny.
Fair enough. In any case, we do have DD Gaming's at Chaos, so we should probably turn our attention to him here for a minute. Yeah, he's going to take his time here. So yeah, just kind of the first round is going to be a lot of buffing, making sure his party can dent chaos. Now, it felt like this chaos could take a hit pretty well. Like, I'm not sure if it was just... Oof.
Poison smoke! Wilcliosis strikes again.
Was that... No, Chaos Poison smoked your Black Mage, right, Edge?
Yes. He banged my Black Mage.
And down goes the ninja as well, so... At this point, time to just start swinging and probably throwing a couple of fades into the mix. The bright side is, he does at least have full defense on his 2 surviving party members.
It's always nice when you hit chaos for over 1,000.
Yeah, I do not imagine this is going to take much longer. And it doesn't. As DD Gaming's finishes with an SRL time of 1 hour, 45 minutes, and 11 seconds.
Get your GGs out in chat for him. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll try to get him in for a quick interview. And while we wait for DD to join us, we have at 3 o'clock on Speed Gaming 1, we have Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And on Speed Gaming 2, the Super Metroid Weekly Race Low Percent. Tonight at 7, we have the Ice Blue versus Fuchsia Fantasy Race on Speed Gaming 2, and the Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise Randomizer on Speed Gaming 3. Both of those are at 7. And A Link to the Past Randomizer at 8 on Speed Gaming 1.
And I believe we do have DD with us. DD, GG.
Yeah, thanks. And GG, Edgefigaro.
GG.
All right. You're going to hear me say this a lot on the VOD, but I need to say it to your face. Armor menu!
What?
Do you realize how much of that seed you could have not died to if you'd remembered to equip your armor?
Yeah, I know.
It hurt! It hurt! It was physically
The
painful,
thing is,
man.
I actually thought I did.
You did! Ice
and then you
Cake.
died, and then you didn't. So, yeah, it was brutally honest answer. He's like, I know. Should have done it.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, in spite of handicapping yourself, you ran a really good race. Like...
Well, to be honest, I know I kind of rushed a lot of stuff, but I knew who I was up against. Come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I tried to rush. I knew I would have to take some risk if I wanted to have any hope of beating Edge. Any of the edges, actually.
I mean, it's one of those things, without those wipes, you probably would have, it really would have been a very close race. Like, Edge was level 17, and I think his Red Wizard had hit 18 when he got into Temple of Fiends.
Okay. Yeah, well, my fighter was level 22.
That was beautiful, by the way. What prompted you to take that War Mech fight?
Yeah, well, Edge was already done, so I guessed why not.
Beating War Mech with 13 HP and picking up, what was it?
6 levels or
6
something?
levels?
Yeah, 5 or 6, I don't actually remember.
That was amazing to witness.
And I just want to point out, I still finished the dungeon.
Yeah.
The majority of the 24-minute difference was the level 6 dive into Ice Cave, then the level 6 attempt to grind POP, and then getting through the Ice Cave, and then wiping with the tail in hand, and
yeah, about 5 steps from the door.
Yeah, that was basically it. That was the difference. Edge didn't go to the Ice Cave early, and He did the volcano, and then he did Earth Cave, and got the ribbon early, so that really helped him get through a lot of the progression dungeons, because the poison zombies and stuff weren't really much of a problem for him in the castle ordeals. That was it. I mean, otherwise your run was impeccable. I mean, 145 for all the struggles that you had early on is still a really, really, really good.
Well, thanks a lot. Anyway, to be honest, I went from 0 to 2 to 2 and 2. So anyway, I lost against like the third guy on the leaderboard, so I'm not ashamed.
That's true, Edgefigaro, number 3 on the SRL. Actually, you're number 2, aren't you? No, you're number 3. Fuchsia Fantasy is up there with Tristal. That's alright, Didi. If it makes you feel any better, I started off 2-0, and now I'm 2-2. So I'm sweating the bullets with you, my friend.
Yeah. This is a fight for survival all the way through.
I'm not sure that saying, "Hey, you compare favorably with me," is necessarily going to make him feel better. I'm just going to throw that out there.
What?
Oh well. This is still nice to hear, you know.
Nobody can be as good as Wout. Let's just put it out there now.
I mean, yeah, that's the whole reason I don't race. I don't want to make everyone else feel so bad. But yeah, Didi, you ran an amazing race, and please never forget your armor menu again. Please.
Yeah.
It's easy to forget if you equip and don't save and take a wipe. That happens. That's easy to happen.
Oh yeah, no, it is really easy, but it still hurts.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, your poor fighter was really mad at you that whole first 40 minutes of the run. He's like, why is this guy letting me get smacked around?
I mean, again though, for being in that situation, you were making progress. Like, that to me is the impressive part, is you did not, like, you stalled out a couple of times, but you kept pressing on and beating dungeons and getting stuff done while everything in the game was just beating the ever-loving crap out of you.
Yeah, well, the Peninsula of Power grind was a big waste of time. I mean, I ran into a Tyro who casted poison, so I was thinking, okay, I'm fine then. Tyro got poison, I can deal with the rest. Nope, Zombull got poison too.
That's what they had. I was watching, and then I saw out of the edge of the eye that Tyro did something to you and you died, and I was like, what the hell just happened? And we never got to see it again.
Oh well, I got my revenge.
And you killed a war mech, so I mean, in my book, you're the winner at heart. Although neither of you threw the Vorpal sword, so you're both disqualified.
What? Well, this was pretty much the only weapon I had for my ninja.
Yeah, 2 of the chests you ran past in Volcano had the 2 katanas. We saw that on Edge's side.
Okay.
There was one just north of Armory, and the other was in the northwest corner of Agama Floor.
Okay, yeah. Well, as I said, I knew who I was up against, so I tried to rush a lot of stuff. I felt like if I cannot win back some time with the menuing, because I'm guessing Edge is better, his routing must have been better too, so I had to take some chances. And that did not pay off.
The gamble is real.
Yeah, I mean, that's just the nature of the beast. You just have to kind of, you have to take what the seed gives you. And in this case, Edge just kind of did pick a route that made the ice cave not painless, but survivable.
Yeah.
And that helped a lot.
With no warp and no exit, the ice cave is the last incentive check.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking too, but I had Arm 4 and Fire 2, so I tried.
Yeah, if you want to sort of make a useful gamble and do Ice Cave first, I respect that.
Yeah, I almost got through.
He did.
Almost.
He really did almost get through.
I ran into a full pack of zombies I got ambushed with only my fighter alive, and I got stun locked until I died. Like 5 steps away from the exit.
That feels awful.
Yeah,
Oh yes.
it did. It looked awful. We were crying.
Oh well. I'm gonna take some comfort knowing this Warmech fight was awesome.
Yeah, like it's one of those things. You executed fantastically this entire race.
Well, thanks a lot.
So yeah, we probably should go ahead and clear on out of here. So, any final thoughts, y'all?
Oh well, as I said, I went from 0-2 to 2-2, and I lost against the third guy on the leaderboard. So all in all, I think I had a good run. I don't really mind not making the bracket. This was not really my goal. I just wanted to have fun. So, GG Edge. Good luck in the good luck getting into the bracket. I know you can. So yeah, that's about it.
GG, thanks for playing. I'm looking forward to all of the rest of the round 5 matches. Like that 2-2 bracket is interesting. The 3-1 bracket is also really interesting. And let's have a high playing race here next week.
It's going to be hype regardless. Papa, what do you got for us?
I'm not looking forward to this 2-2 race. So I'll tell you that right now.
Who do you got coming up? Who are you playing against?
The Hungry Canuck. The Canadian guy.
What's wrong with being Canadian?
Nothing. He's very Canadian name.
And very good at what he and good enough to pose a real threat.
Well, at least I'm Canadian too. I don't know about the other part, but I'm Canadian too.
Yeah, but I've known you a long time, so you're cool.
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna let you wrap this up. So thanks everyone who watched.
GG DD.
Yeah, GG Edge.
and do make sure to follow our runners. DD and Edgefigaro are both very good at what they do. And, while you're at it, make sure to go ahead and throw a follow to our tracker today, Washed-Up08, aka Linkshot, who jumped in mid-race because, let's just face it, tracking and commentary together is oftentimes not something you want to have to do.
Oh god, no.
Sir. No, sir.
Tracking alone is already hard enough.
Yep, and don't forget we have the Fuzzy Mage versus Ice Blue match. 7 o'clock here on Speed Gaming 2, and Minochi 85 versus Fuchsia Fantasy, a battle of the 4 and O's. 8 o'clock on the Randomania family of networks.
Yeah, you just want to go ahead and fire up that multi-twitch.
Oh yeah, because you don't want to watch the race tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. It'll be fun.
Yeah, regardless, watch what you're going to watch and have a good day, folks. This has been the Final Fantasy Randomizer Spring Tournament here on Speed Gaming, and we wish y'all the best until we see you again. Take care.
Bye, guys.